graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of March Madness Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. All right, so we got a game tonight. We got the Florida Gators taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes, and so tip-off should be underway in just a little bit as we are out in Tampa, Florida. I do want to hear what your final score predictions are for this game. I really do. Very interested to see how this side of the game does go between the Gators, of course, and the Iowa Hawkeyes. So the winner is going to play Nebraska, and that game is going to be on Thursday out in Houston, Texas. So let us know again what your thoughts are on this game. Florida, in their last game that they played, they ended up putting up 114 points, and they absolutely demolished Prairie View, and they were just really dominant on both sides of the court. They did a very good job on the offensive side and even on the defensive side as well. They finished off the season 27-7, and just when you look at how they did in that game against Prairie View, as far as the team stats do go, they shot 64% from the field. They also shot 45% from deep as well, and did an excellent job just taking care of the basketball. Meanwhile, as far as things go for Iowa, as we are ready to get underway in just a few moments, Iowa ended up doing very well in their last game that they ended up playing. Where is that? There we go. Let's make sure that we get this or mute this as well. But as far as Iowa goes, in their last game that they played, it was against Clemson. They ended up winning 67-61. That was the final score of that game. So, yes, let us know what you guys think down below, and we are ready to get things started. All right, so for the Hawkeyes, they got Bennett Sturtz out there in the starting lineup, along with Kyle Combs, Tavion Banks, Cooper Koch, and Cam Maniamu. And for the Gators, they got Boogie Fland, Xavier Lee, Thomas Howe, Alex Condon, and Ruben Shinyelu. All right, so we are underway. It's already a 2-0 game so far, as Xavier Lee just made a layup, and we are underway. So Florida is going to be moving from left to right. Here's an outlet pass and a layup that's up, and that one is good. Excellent shot there by Xavier Lee to make it now 4-0. He has made 2 layups already, or Fland also made a layup before, excuse me. So Fland and Lee were able to make layups for Florida. Down over on the baseline for the Hawkeyes, you got Kyle Combs. Combs is going to hand it off, give it back over to Cooper Koch. Koch goes over towards the outside, hands it off over to Banks, who puts up a three-pointer, and that one won't go. It'll be rebounded by the Gators as again, they move from left to right, and already a foul is going to be called, and that'll be against Cam Maniawu, who only had 1 point in his last game in 23 minutes for the Hawkeyes. He did have 10 rebounds, though, and he also did have 1 assist as well. So let us know where you guys are tuning on in from and how everybody is doing so far today. Iowa's going to get a steal. That was a bad pass, and here's a layup that's up, and that one is good to make it now a 4-2 game. Bennett Sturts got the steal, and Tavion Banks ended up making the layup. Here's a missed three-point shot by Boogie Fland, and so he's not able to knock it down from 23 feet, and we have another rebound taken away by Iowa. Over on the baseline, putting up a turnaround baseline jump shot is up, and it's good. That's Bennett Sturts, who made a turnaround J to give Iowa the tie, 4-4. And so, 17 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. There's an alley-oop pass that's going to be intercepted by Florida, or by Iowa, that is. Excuse me. And the Hawkeyes are going to get the ball over on the left side. It's Sturts giving it back over towards the top of the key. Maniawu now gets it. Hands it back off over to Sturts again. Sturts goes down the lane, hands it off. The layup is no good by Cam Maniawu. And he tried to get his own offensive rebound, and he did. And is able to give them now a 6-4 lead. Gators on the outside as they go from left to right, that is, looking to try to swing the ball around the timeline. Here's a catch-and-shoot trifecta by Xavier Lee, and that is good. This guy's a very good player. He's a very good shooter, and he made himself a big-time three-point shot that gives Florida now a 7-6 lead. Ball's going to go over towards the left side as Iowa swings it around the timeline. Have a little bounce pass that goes over to the top of the key again, over to Maniawu. Maniawu hands it off over to Sturts, and Sturts gets it back over towards the logo, puts up a very deep three, and that one won't fall. The rebound is going to go over to the Gators. Gators have been very active so far today. That was Boogie Fland who got the rebound. Another misfired three by Florida, and that's no good. But on the offensive rebound, Xavier Lee got there and just drove it all the way to the cup himself, and makes it now 9-6 Florida as they lead it by 3 points. Tell you what, Lee has put up 7 of the 9 points by Florida so far, and he has been terrific in this game. Nothing less than sensational. Tries to play defense as he gets picked on, and we have a shot that's up and good. A little bit of a pick-and-roll offense there from Tavion Banks and Kyle Combs. And on the pick-and-roll, they're able to execute and make it a 9-8 game. So back and forth we go in this one so far. Florida going to try to get some contact there. We're going to have a foul, and we will take our very first time out. All right, so we'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. BRB. right, so it's an 11-8 game so far as the Gators do lead it by 3, as both free throws are good by Florida. That was Thomas Howell, who ended up making both free throws. Excellent. Guys, we do have new emotes down below. If you are rooting for the Gators or if you are rooting for Iowa, make sure that you guys drop those emotes. We definitely want to get more people involved. Of course, if you are interested in either team, if you do root for either team and you want to become a member, you most certainly can. We're going to change it up for tonight's game as well, for the later game between Texas Tech and also Alabama as well. So that'll be very, very cool. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Sorry that I'm off to a little bit of a late start. I apologize about that. Had a long day. All right, so here we go, taking it over towards the left side, and now over at the top of the key, a little handoff there that goes over to Kyle Combs. Combs goes down the lane. Combs thinks about taking the three, puts it up on the right wing. Bullseye. Excellent shot there by him. And so that's now a 11-11 game. That's Fulguerius, who actually was able to make the shot there. At the top of the key now for the Florida Panthers, for the Florida Gators, excuse me, it's going to be Boogie Fland. Fland gives it downhill, shots up, it's no good. Offensive rebound and no putback able to go on down by Alex Condon. All right, so we played about 5.5 minutes so far here in this first half of play. And Iowa and Florida are both tied at 11 apiece. Down the lane, going up for a 2 inside. That one won't go. That was Kyle Combs, who could not make the layup. We have another turnover, and the ball's going to go on out of bounds, and it'll be Florida basketball. All right, 1 second, really quickly. All right, so they are making a couple of substitutions here. And Cam Maniawu is going to sub on in for Iowa. So he will be coming on in for them. Alvaro Fulguerius will take it over towards the left side. He puts up a three-pointer. That's no good. Thomas Howell's going to get the rebound. Howell looks to hand it off and give it back over towards the left side. And we have a shot that goes up, and it's no good. And we have another foul called. All right. Why is this not working right now? Bear with me for 1 second, folks. 1 second. Okay. On the inbound pass and putting up a 2 there, that's up and that's no good. So they weren't able to get the shot up and in. It's still an 11-11 game with 13:30 left to go here in the first half. Over at the top of the key, you got Bennett Sturtz, who looks to give it back over towards the top of the key again to Fulguerius. Fulguerius goes up with a 2. That's up and that's no good. And the rebound's going to go to Thomas Howell. Howell takes it towards the right side. He's double-teamed. Looks to pass it over towards the outside. And a catch-and-shoot 3 is up, and that's no good. And here's a rebound by Bennett Sturtz, who takes it towards the right. Sturtz down the lane. Left-handed floater is up, and it's good. Man, that guy is very, very quick. He does an awesome job just getting right on over to the cup. There's going to be a foul on Isaiah Howard with 12 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. And it's a 13-11 ball game. 2-point lead for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And we will have some free throws coming on up. Where's everybody tapping on in from, by the way? Let us know down below. Why is this not working? There we go. Okay, 13-11. Hawkeyes do lead it by 2 with 12 minutes and 58 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. And the free throw is up, and that one is good by Florida. Excellent. So that makes it now a 13-12 game. 12 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. A couple of substitutions as Boogie Fland's going to sub on out. Xavier Lee's going to sub on in for Florida. And on the left side of the wing, here are the players. It'll be Howard who has it, and he'll hand it off over to Folgueras. Folgueras will get it back over on the right side, and he takes it towards the baseline, puts up a 2, and he's fouled by Isaiah Brown. And Alvaro Folgueras is going to go over to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. There we go. That's better. That's a lot better. Oh, boy. Can you guys see me, by the way? There we go. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? There we go. There's our emotes. Very, very good. What's up, George Washington? How you doing, my friend? All right, so foul shot number 2 by Iowa. That's up, and that is good. Thomas Howe is going to get the ball on offense. Alvaro Folgueras ends up making both free throws. Excellent. Howe goes down the lane for Florida. He can't get the layup to go, and the rebound is going to go over to Iowa's possession. There was a fight for the loose ball over on the ground, and Iowa's going to get it over towards the left side. Stitz over at the top of the key. Looks to dribble it with the right hand. Being heavily guarded over by Urban Calvazar, that is. Clavazar, 17 minutes in his last game, put up 11 points. Taking it over towards the left side of the elbow is Bennett Sturtz, and he's able to knock it down with ease and make it now a 17-12 game. Iowa's up by 5. It's a 9-1 run. This Florida team, just so far from what they've been able to provide, they've been doing a good job on the defensive side. They just have not been able to score a lot on offense. Here's a catch-and-shoot three-point shot. That's no good by Howe, and it'll go on out of bounds. Thomas Howe was able to airballed it, and the ball's going to go on out. We'll take another quick step off as we go on into a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few moments. There we go. All right, it's 17-12. Hawkeyes, they lead it by 5. Again, the name is Jason Joseph, and this is play-by-play with JJ. Here is the layup, or the shot that's up, and it's no good. And so a rebound is going to go over to Alvaro Folgueras, and he will take it over at the top of the key. The lineup out there now for Iowa, it's Manyawu. You got Sturts, Combs, Folgueras, and Sage. And for Florida, it's Condon, Chinyelu, Lee, Clavazar, and Brown as well. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe this will be better. Lee's going to take it over to the top of the key. Now drives it down the lane, looks to kick it outside, and a catch-and-shoot trifecta is no good, and they will actually say that Isaiah Brown, who took the three, just stepped on out of bounds. So Brown not able to capitalize there. 13-12 is the score, so Manyawu does have 2 points. Sturts has 6. He's 3 for 4 shooting-wise from the field in this game so far. And Howe does have 2 points. He's 0 for 3 from the field in this game. Okay, 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in this opening half. Some pick-and-roll offense for Iowa, and so they will get the ball deflected, and the ball goes on out of bounds over towards the near baseline. We are now 35 subscribers away, chat, from getting to 8,700 subscribers. Again, really appreciate you all very, very much for being on here. Bennett Sturts for the Hawkeyes, 16 points in his last game, played in 40 minutes, and that was against the Clemson Tigers. They ended up winning 67-61. The ball's going to be inbounded all the way over towards the backcourt, and Iowa's going to have the ball. A dribble handoff that goes to Bennett Sturts, and Sturts goes right over towards the left side of the wing. He's looking for help. He'll get it back. Sturts looking for a bounce pass, and he tries to pass the hot potato around. Looks like that was Tavion Banks, who just lost the ball there, lost control, and it was turned over by him. Florida now has it again. Florida going down the lane. Howe looking to try to post up his defender, hands it off, and we have a foul that's called. As Howe got it, he actually handed it off over to Alex Condon, and Condon got fouled by Cooper Cock. Condon, he's 6 feet 11 inches tall, 236 pounds. He's from Perth, Australia. And the first free throw is up, and that one is good to make it a 17-13 game. Let's go. Kansas is now coming back on St. John's. Oof. Damn. 17-13. Florida is down by 4 with 10:03 left to go. At the line, taking a couple of dribbles is Condon, and the free throw is no good. Rebound belongs to Kyle Combs. Coke has not put up any points so far in this game. Good ball movement here by the Iowa Hawkeyes. And at the top of the perimeter, it'll be Sturts, who looks to hand it off, give it back over to Banks, and Banks will deliver it over to Combs. Combs to Banks, who rolls down the lane, puts it up, and somehow, someway, puts it on in. Banks was just really rolling over towards the basket and was just able to get it up and in with that right hand. Another dribble handoff that goes down the lane again, and the ball's going to be intercepted by Tavion Banks. That was a terrible pass made over on the left side by Thomas Howe, and Banks was able to take it and steal his lunch money. Good ball movement again by Iowa, as another pick-and-roll play here, and a three-point shot, no good. Excellent movement again by Cooper Koch, who just dribbled it around the timeline, ended up getting the ball back over on that far corner. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, taking the deep three, putting it up, and that's no good. That was Bennett Sturts, and it's rebounded again by the Gators. The Gators have been very active in this game on the glass so far. Each team has 9 rebounds. 8 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. It's a 19-13 lead for Iowa against Florida. Sturts with 6 points already. Lee is 7 points. He is 3 for 4 shooting-wise from the field. He is still out there. He also has 1 rebound as well in this game, too. And Florida's going to get the rock back as they move again from left to right. More ball movement here that goes into the hands of Thomas Howe. Howe's going to hand it off, and we have a fight for the loose ball over on the ground. Some pushing and shoving going on between both teams, and the refs have to separate some of these players, including for the Hawkeyes, Tavion Banks, and also for Florida, Shinyelu. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this first half of play. And it's a 19-13 lead for Iowa. So what ended up happening there is the ball got rebounded by Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes was fighting with Condon for the rebound there, and they were just tugging at the ball, and both teams went on over there to try to separate each other, and it ended up getting a little bit more human emotions ended up getting a little bit more up and rising. 19-13 is the score. We also have a little bit of some conversations going on with the refs and one of the coaches as well. I believe that was Ben McCollum who got into a ref's face there. It was. So they're going to review this to see how they're going to go about calling this and who's going to get a flagrant and who's going to get fouled and or technical fouls and all that sort of stuff. So the clock will stop with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Man, we had a lot of words being thrown at each other there. Damn. That's crazy. 19-13, Iowa Hawkeyes. They do lead it by 6. And the referees are going to look this over. Chad, how we feeling, man? What's going on? Kansas is now coming back on St. John's. Dude, that's insane. That's absolutely wild. Kansas was down by 14, but has come all the way back to tie against St. John's. Man, long day indeed. I left my house unlocked with the keys in the lock, got in the car, got to where we were going and realized I didn't have my keys. That's really frustrating, man. That's too bad. Oh, man. What the heck is going on here? I wanted to get my old laptop out. And I wanted to use it today. There we go. Okay, so we're going to see what these calls are going to be as far as what happened on this rebound here. So again, 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Sturts does have 6 points. Lee does have 7. They both lead the way for their respective teams. Banks also does have 6 points. That is Tavion Banks, averaging 10.3 points per game this year. So it's a 19-13 game. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. Hawkeyes, they finished the season 22-12. Florida, they were 27-7. So this is an official review here. And again, in case you're just tuning on in, as it was Tavion Banks was trying to get active. Alvaro Hawkeyes tried to get a rebound, and it was Ruben Shinyelu who was fighting with him over on the ground. And there was just some pushing and shoving going on, some chirping as well from both sides. Alex Condon also got involved into the action as well. So the referees are taking their time to settle everything. They gave Alvaro Fogueras credit for the defensive rebound. I will say that. He got credited with that. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. So there's going to be a technical foul issued on Alvaro Fogueras. He'll get called for a turnover. There was also a foul on Alex Condon. Why did they say Alex Condon turnover? That's really weird. So double text just issued on Condon and Fogueras. This is what it looks like. Turn this up. They were just fighting and tugging for that ball over on the ground. So it'll be Iowa basketball. Okay. Maniawu, Sturts, Banks, Combs, and Sage are the 5 players that are out there right now. It is a 21-13 game. Is driving it inside, hitting the layup, and getting fouled by Shinyelu is going to be Tavion Banks. So Banks is able to knock that thing down, and we have an and one opportunity coming on up. Let's go. There we go. Offensive rebound off of the misfired shot there. And so it's 21-13. Driving it down the lane is Iowa, and they're able to connect with the floater inside. That's up, and that is good. That was Tate Sage who ended up making the layup there. Lee takes it to the top of the key for Florida. He'll hand it off, and he'll try to get it back. Lee goes towards the far corner. He puts up a three-point shot. He'll misfire it, and the ball's going to go on out of bounds. It'll be Florida basketball. Last touch by Iowa. And we'll take ourselves another timeout. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. We'll step right off, and we'll be right back in just a few moments. right, here we go. So Iowa is going to have to defend the inbound here as the ball is going to be zipped around the timeline. Florida has it. Condon is going to take it over towards the right side, hand it off on over to Lee. Lee back outside to Fland, and Fland looking for Condon downhill, and there's a foul called on Cam Maniawu. With 7 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. Oh, man. All right. Again, hopefully you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. The name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. At the line with a 1-1 is Isaiah Brown. And we have a substitution, or Alex Condon. And we have a substitution coming on in for Iowa. It's Trayvon Jurok, who's going to sub on in for Iowa. Condon at the line for one more. Bingo. It's a 23-15 lead. Iowa is up by 8 points with 7.5 minutes left to go here in this first half. The ball was swung around the timeline, and the Hawkeyes are going to give it over to Banks. Banks back over towards the outside of Kyle Combs, and Combs is going to throw it back into the hands of most like Cooper Koch, who goes up with a 2 inside, and that's no good, and the foul is going to be called on Alex Condon. So Condon does get called for the foul. Hawkeyes who are in foul trouble so far, Maniawu, Fogieris, and Koch. And it's going to be Tavion Banks who's going to go to the charity stripe. 26 minutes for him in his last game with 6 points. He was 2 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from downtown. First free throw, no good, as it goes in and out that time. Here's free throw number 2 to make it 24-15. Excellent. Florida has not put up a field goal in their last 9 minutes and 10 seconds. They have really just been so off in this game right now. So more pick and roll offense as they will squibble it out over towards the outside, and Lee is wide open, and he will knock it down from the far wing. And make it now a 24-18 game. So that breaks what was a 9-minute drought. And Lee is able to knock down the tray from the far side. Lee's going to get a steal. He'll try to solo it himself. He missed the layup. He mistimed it. Oh, no. And Lee saves it from going on out of bounds. Hands it back off over towards the near side. And that was Boogie Fland who was able to get the layup to go. Lee, just all he had to do was lay it up and in, and he got right on over towards the rim, and he just misangled it. He did not judge it well at all, but therefore, the Gators were still able to capitalize. It's now a 24-18 game. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in this first half of play, and the Hawkeyes are going to get it. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 that's up, and it's no good. And the ball's going to go on out of bounds. And it will be Florida basketball. All right. One last second. Call a foul on Tate Sage. As soon as the inbound pass was made, and Florida is going to head on over to the line. And we're going to have some free throws coming on up for the Gators. Thomas Howe is at the line, misses the 1-and-1 situation, but we have a violation called on Lee. Was that on Lee or was that on somebody else? It was. Violation was called on Ruben Chiniello. And the free throw is up and in, 24-19. Howe does make the first foul shots. Lee with 10 points. The rest of the team, as far as the Gators go, they have 9 in this game so far. 24-19, Hawkeyes down by 5. And the second free throw is up, and that's good.
Excellent.
Howe ends up making the second free throw to make it a 24-20 game. 6 minutes left to go here in this first half. Hawkeyes just going to throw the ball over towards the near side. Cooper Koch is going to give it back, and we have another foul called. Tavion Banks just came back on in too. Forgot to mention that. Looks like Banks got pushed and shoved by Thomas Howe. That's why we got a little stoppage in play. Banks will go to the line. 6 points in his last game, 4 rebounds, and also 1 turnover in that game as well. Banks is 6 feet 7 inches tall, 215 pounds. And the first free throw is up and in. 26-20 is the score. Iowa Hawkeyes, they lead it by 6. Iowa finished the season 10-10 in the conference. 9 games in back of Michigan. Free throw number 2 is up, and that's good to make it 26-20. Iowa leads it by 6 points. Chinyelu will get it for Florida, and he'll hand it off, and here's a 3 by Howe. It's no good. Sturts is going to get the rebound for the Hawkeyes. And so the Hawkeyes are going to set up their offense. Sturts hands it off over to Combs. Combs at the top of the key, giving it back over to Tavion Banks. Banks towards the near side. Banks looking to find Tate Sage downhill. Sage gets there, and now it's Tavion Banks trying to posterize his defender, and that's in Thomas Howe. And the ball is going to go on out of bounds. We're going to have a couple of substitutions for both teams, that is. Thomas Howe ended up getting a steal. And then Lee subbed on out. And so did Chinyelu. And Hand Lockton is going to sub on in, and so is Urban Clavazar. Clavazar, that is. More dribble handoffs here that go over towards the near side. And it'll be Urban Clavazar who gets it back over at the top of the key. Clavazar with a dump-off pass that goes to Condon, and Condon's layup is up, and it's good. And that will make it now 26-20. That is the score of the game so far. All right, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this first half of play. You see, Iowa has been very active with their passing, and they've done a very good job on the defensive side of the ball. 5 seconds left on the shot clock here as the ball is going to go into the hands of a three-point shot. It's up, and it's no good. That was Tate Sage who misfired it. Iowa did get the offensive rebound, but a shot clock violation is going to be called. And the clock will stop with 4:18 left to go in this first half. It's currently 7:54 p.m. Eastern Time. The Gators are going to have the basketball. Condon, Howe, Fland, and also out there, too, for Florida, Hand Lockton and Clavazar. Taking it over towards the far side of the corner is Urban Clavazar off the dribble, puts up a 3, and he is able to connect right there. 26-23, excellent shot there by Clavazar. Down the lane for the Hawkeyes, going up with a layup inside. That's Tavion Banks. This guy has really been very active downhill. He's done a very good job in this game so far. 13 points for him in just a matter of 12 minutes of play. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in this first half. Good ball movement again by the Florida Gators. And they will swivel it around the timeline. The ball is going to go into Urban Clavazar's hands. Clavazar hands it off over to Condon. And Condon goes down, scissors towards the lane, and puts up the layup, and it's good to make it 28-25. Condon with 5 points. 1 for 5 he is shooting-wise from the field. And he is looking to try to get back on track here. Hawkeyes have Flo Garius and it will dump it off over towards the near side. It's going to go over towards Sturts' way. Hawkeyes now goes down the lane, and he is fouled. He got swatted on the left elbow, and we're going to have another TV timeout taken. The foul is called on Micah Hand-Logden. And so we've played just a little bit over 16 minutes in this game so far. Here in the first half, it's 28-25. Iowa Hawkeyes, they lead it by 3. Okay, so just in case you're just tuning on in, let's catch you up with what's been going on in this game so far. So the Hawkeyes in this game, guys, are 1 for 9 shooting-wise from 3. They've been very, very cold. They just have not been able to get active out there, and just their three-point shooting has been very, very off today. The Gators, they're really not much better. I mean, really. I mean, it's been a sloppy game on both ends. You see a lot of isolation shots. You see a lot of teams, or you see both teams just rushing plays. They were 3 for 10 shooting-wise from downtown Florida, that is. So that's really not good. They're only shooting 33% from the field. And the reason why that the Hawkeyes are up in this game is because they're shooting 52% from the field. They've made 11 field goals, and the Gators have only made 7. So really that's been the difference of the game so far. And just has not been a good game from either side, really. Yes, you have seen the good defense from both teams and some excellent plays that have gone on from guys like Hawkeyes, who had a nice block a couple of minutes ago. And also on the other side, yeah, you had Micah Hand-Logden get a steal, and Thomas Howe also did get a couple of steals after they were able to trap. It was Bennett Sturts. But other than that, really, this game has just not really gotten the juices flowing, you know? It's been a very dry game between the both of these teams, and hopefully as the game continues to pick up, we'll see a little bit more action between the both of these teams. But so far, really just has not been a good one between Florida and Iowa. Now, I will tell you that Tavion Banks, though, has been doing a very good job in this game. He's shooting the ball 5 for 7 from the field. He's 0 for 1 from 3, but he has gone to the line 5 times, and he is 3 for 5 shooting-wise in this game from the charity stripe. But not really much else to offer in this game. It's been a very low-scoring game between the both of these teams, and not really a lot of fouls either called. The referees tonight, by the way, Bert Smith, Joe Lindsay, and Randy Richardson. Forgot to mention that. Games being played out at Benchmark International Arena in Tampa, Florida. Yes, they are. What's going on, chat? Hopefully we're doing well. We were about an hour and a half away. Luckily, nothing was missing when we got back. That's really good. Man, honestly, Florida is good. Is a good team, but nobody's ready for Duke. Nobody says Jermaine. What's going on, Jermaine? How you doing, man? What is going on, my friend? Really, really good to see you. All right. Okay, it's a 28-25 game. Iowa does lead it by 3 with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. Iowa's up by 3, and we're going to have some free throws from Alvaro Hawkeyes. The first one is up, and that one is good to make it now 29-25, a 4-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes at the line for one more. Bingo. Excellent. 30-25. Iowa has made 11 field goals, and Florida has made 7 on 21 tries. Down the lane, going up with a layup inside. That's Micah Hand-Logden. Ends up grabbing the offensive rebound and tries to tip it up and in, and that's no good. So it's a 30-25 game. Tavion Banks got the defensive rebound, and here come the Hawkeyes on the other side as they move again from right to left in their black and yellow uniforms. Down the lane, trying to skip it over towards the outside. Excellent ball movement and a wide open 3 taken by Bennett Sturts. It was a good pass by Hawkeyes, and we're going to have an offensive rebound as Tavion Banks tried to tip it up and in, and then Banks grabbed his own miss, and the foul was called on Thomas Howe. And more free throws are going to come on up in just a few moments. And Tavion Banks is going to head on back on over to the line. Banks this season putting up 10.3 points per game, 4.7 rebounds as well, and his first free throw will go in and out. He's coming off of a 6-point performance that he had against Clemson. But in the outing before that against Ohio State, he did put up 9 points. He was 3 for 6 shooting-wise from the field. He did have 3 rebounds and also 1 block as well. Second foul shot by him, it's money. Excellent. That makes it now a 31-25 game. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Hawkeyes are going to have to play defense here. And taking it all the way over towards the baseline and putting up a baseline J is Boogie Fland. And Alex Condon's going to get the assist. It's back to a 4-point game. Just like that. Condon, Howe, Chinyelu, Fland, and Klavzar are out there for the Florida Gators. And for the Hawkeyes, taking it to the top of the key is Howard. Howard hands it off over to Banks, and they swing it around the timeline. The ball goes back to the top of the key. It's Combs giving it back outside, and a 3 is up by Hawkeyes. And that's up, and that's good. Okay, 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. Little alley-oop pass, that's up and that's in. Alex Condon gets the 2-foot alley-oop dunk to go. Boogie Fland gets the assist, and we got a timeout taken with 1:08 left to go here in this first half. 2-point lead for the Hawkeyes against the Gators. And there's 68 seconds left to be played in this first half. Oh boy. DJ Gene is here. What's up, DJ? What's going on, man? What happened to Kentucky? Dude, they got absolutely crushed today. 82-63. You can believe that. It's pretty crazy. Oh, man. And St. John's, did they end up making the comeback? Again, I got a little bit lost at the end. Did they end up winning? Did they end up winning? They were up 31-30. Yep, okay. So they ended up winning by 2. I remember Lou said that, 67-64. Sorry, my mind's a little bit all over the place, and I do apologize about that. Where are we? There we are. Good. All right, chat, we are 35 subscribers away from getting to 8,700 subscribers. You guys are the best, and I really do appreciate you guys for being on here. I really, really do. Big shout to everybody for tuning on in. We got UCLA later tonight taking on the UConn Huskies. The game will be at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, Arizona is going to be playing against Utah State. They will be taking on the Aggies, and that game will be at 8:11 p.m. Eastern Time. In the late game tonight, you got Texas Tech playing against Alabama. That game will be at 9:45. Chat, I apologize, but I do have to step off. Once we do go into halftime, I have to be away for about 5 minutes or so. And again, I appreciate your patience tonight. I really, really do. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. What else was I going to say? There was something else, and I forget what that was. So Banks has 14 points. He's 5 for 8 shooting-wise from the field. He does have 4 rebounds. Has not put up an assist in this game so far. St. John's won 67-65. Other scores around the March Madness. 81-65, or 82-63, I should say, was the score between Iowa State and Kentucky. The Cyclones were able to beat the Wildcats by 19 points. Tennessee does lead at 66-60 against Virginia. And there's 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half, or in the second half of that game. 2.4 seconds are going to be left on the shot clock as Cooper Koch is going to come back on in, and he will sub in for Trevin Jarrah. Iowa is going to inbound the basketball here, and they will look to give it back over to Sertz. I don't know why they said 2 seconds were left on the shot clock. That was incorrect. They got a fresh shot clock here. 58 seconds left to go here in the first half. Dribble handoff that goes over to Isaiah Howard. Howard's going to hand it off. Good ball movement around the timeline. And Howard is going to get it back, and he was going to go up with a shot. But before that, he got fouled by Ruben Chinyelu. And the clock stops with 46.9 seconds left to go. Looks like Isaiah Howard's going to go to the line. This will be a 1-and-1 situation. 31-29. And the free throw, he airballed it. He airballed the foul shot, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Florida basketball. How often do you see somebody airball a free throw? Really don't see it that often. It hit nothing but net, literally. 46.9 seconds left to go here in this first half, and we have another timeout taken. This time it'll be by Florida. It's a 2-point lead. 31-29 is the score. Oh, boy. Nice. Condon, Howe, Chinyelu, Fland, and Klavzar are in the starting five for the Florida Gators. And for the Hawkeyes, they got Koch, Sturts, Banks, Combs, and Jirac on out there. They also just put in Howard as well. Trayvon Jirac is going to sub back on in. .9 seconds left to go. The ball's going to be inbounded, and the Gators are going to have the ball here. It'll be over on the perimeter. Boogie Fland, who is going to get it on over down the lane. Fland goes up with a very tough two inside. That one is up, and that one is good. Making it now 31-31 with exactly 30 seconds left to go here in this first half. Hawkeyes are going to have the rock as they take it all the way over towards the logo. With the rock now is going to be Bennett Sturts. All eyes on him. 3 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Kyle Combs gives it back over to Banks, and Banks gives it all the way over to Combs, who runs down the lane, lays it up, and lays it on in. On the other side, we have a three-point attempt by Fland. He'll airball that. It's no good. 0.3 seconds are going to be left on the game clock here. So they got 0.3 of a second left to go. And Iowa's just going to inbound this over from the far sideline. Actually going to inbound it from the far baseline, I should say. And that's going to do it for the first half here. All right, so Iowa does lead it 33-31. And we'll be right back in about 5 minutes or so. We'll see you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back on into the halftime show here on Play by Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. There's a 33-31 Iowa lead as they are up by 2 in halftime. As far as things go for today, I think that my main takeaway, chat, from this game so far is that this has been there have been some sloppy plays, but there's also been some really good defense, I think, that I've noticed just from this game so far. I wanted to take an extra second to actually really just dissect what I've seen in this game. And that is that both teams really have been struggling to shoot the three ball. They've put up a combined total of 22 three-point attempts, and Iowa's only made 1, and Florida has made 3. And so this is more so an old school type of a game where you see a low scoring game. Offenses are not really putting up a lot of points, and they're not putting the ball through the hoop, and that's because they're either making sloppy decisions or they're being forced to make really tough decisions. So this is one of those games where I really feel that the Hawkeyes definitely deserve some credit. I think that Florida has been really out of sorts in this game. And when you just take a look at Xavier and Lee, Lee himself has put up 10 points. And the reason why that Florida is still technically in this game is because of him. Other than that, they really just have not been able to get anything else going. Condon and Boogie each have 7 points. But then the rest of the team combined is 7. That's just not good enough for them. On the flip side of things, both teams are doing a pretty good job. The rebounding has been pretty even. 18-14 in Iowa's favor. But I also just feel overall that the turnovers in this game have been pretty. The amount of turnovers haven't necessarily been terrible, but it could definitely be better. It really could. 7 turnovers by Iowa, and 6 so far from the Gators. So, just not really impressed with how things have gone for either team so far. But I will give credit, though, where credit is due, because the Hawkeyes, they definitely did make some very good defensive adjustments at times when you saw the Gators just try to shoot the ball. Specifically, when there was a possession that was with 12 minutes left in the first half, where Florida had the ball, and they gave it to Alex Condon, okay? And Condon took it to the top of the key. He was being guarded by, I believe it was Bennett Sturtz, right? It was Bennett Sturtz, and Sturtz locked him up on defense, and he did a good job, and he thought, Condon thought that he could get some space, and he wasn't going to be able to knock down the shots. But I just feel that overall, we've seen a lot of those ISO types of plays, and not as much careless basketball where you're seeing guys just swoop the ball left and right and get other people involved. And that's really been, I guess, my main takeaway that I have from that first half. Now, in the second half, if Florida's going to win this game, what they're really going to have to do is they're going to have to not only get Condon to try to score more, but Thomas Howe in this game, all 4 of his points have come from the line. He's 0 for 4 from the field. He's taken 3 threes in this game, and he's not been looking good. A guy that's averaged about 17 points per game, who's also, by the way, coming off of a game where he did put up 14 points, and he shot the ball 6 for 9 from the field. He has to be better. He's not a good three-point shooter. Hasn't been a good three-point shooter, specifically over his last 3 games. He's 1 for his last 12, and has just not been good from the three-point line. So those are my main takeaways. As far as what Iowa's going to have to do in the second half, just try to keep Xavier Lee in check. You don't want him to go off. And if you can just get the ball out of his hands and make somebody else beat you, I think that you have a really good chance at taking this game. I really do. That's how I feel. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We are going to be ready to start off the second half in just a little bit. Other scores around March Madness, we'll get to that right now. It is 73-71. Volunteers lead it by 2 against the Cavaliers with 27 seconds left to go in that game. Who else do we got? We got Utah State. They are down by 4 against the Arizona Wildcats. It's a 12-8 game with about 13 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first half. Purdue did win against Miami 79-69. And then Kentucky, they lost. They lost by a score of 82-63 against Lipsy and the Cyclones. So that game is also done as well, and Kentucky's season is over. St. John's, they won 67-65. What a heck of a game that was. They actually ended up winning at the buzzer, and they are moving on to the Sweet 16. So St. John's did win. And those are all your scores. At 8:55, we got UCLA playing against UConn. And then Texas Tech is going to be playing against Alabama. That game will be at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure that you guys stay on for that. There we go. Man. All right. It is a 73-71 game. Vols are up by 2. And Iowa leads it 33-31 against the Gators at the half. So, yes. So that is the score. All right. Hawkeyes 22-12 on the season. Florida Gators 27-7. That is their record. And so we go on into the second half. And Florida is down by 2. Banks does have 14 points in this game, by the way. He's shooting 5 for 8 from the field. He also has 4 rebounds as well. He's done a pretty good job. And for Florida leading the way for them, it's Lee. Points in the paint, by the way. Iowa does have 18 points in the paint so far today. They've also turned the ball over 7 times. The Gators have turned the ball over 7 times as well. And they have also provided 12 points in the paint, too, even though they've been getting out-rebounded 18-14. So we should be ready to start off the second half very, very soon. JJ, when's the next Phillies game? The next Phillies game, I don't know. I think it's going to be Monday. If not, we'll be back on for opening day, and that'll be on Thursday. So that'll be cool. That'll be very nice. Again, thank you all so much for being on here. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And also turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. I really appreciate you guys for being on here. I've had a very long day today. I'm not gonna go into full detail. But again, I really just appreciate you all for being here, and I appreciate you guys for understanding. So that's all I wanted to say. But all right, we got a second half. We got a second half of basketball ready to go. Iowa is going to have the ball first, and getting it is going to be Tavion Banks, who goes downhill, and he puts up a shot, and he's going to get fouled. So 15 seconds are taken off of the game clock, and Banks is going to go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. Looks like that he got fouled in the act of shooting. 14 points for him, and the first foul shot is up, and it's no good. It's going to hit off the back of the rim. Second foul shot by Banks is up, and it is good.
Excellent.
Shinielu, by the way, no points for him and 3 fouls in this game so far. 34-31, and here's a backdoor cut over towards the basket, and that is good by Xavier Lee, who just found a lot of daylight and was just able to lay it up and lay it on in. We have a steal, or a near steal on the other side by Lee. Almost got his hand in the cookie jar there. Hawkeyes are going to get it. Bennett Sturts is going to take it over towards the right side of the lane. He'll hand it off over to Kyle Combs. Combs tries to give it back over towards the outside, and it's intercepted again. And on the interception there, it was Ruben Shinielu who got the ball. The dump off over to Condon, or to a Condon, that is. Condon gets it over on the perimeter again. Looks to give it back over to Xavier Lee on the handoff. Lee, ISO three-point shot, way off the mark. And a rebound by Iowa, outlet pass, and a layup by Kyle Combs. Cooper Koch ends up getting the rebound, and he provides a home run pass over towards the other side of the court to make it now a 34-33 game. Excellent job there on the defensive side by the Hawkeyes. Ball's going to get stripped and the ball's going to go on out of bounds. We had a couple of Hawkeyes just reach on in to Alex Condon's way. He was trapped over on the near corner, and the ball ended up going on out of bounds. They made it very, very tough for him to just get any sort of breathing room over on that left side of the baseline. 36-33, and Florida is down by 3 points with 18:15 left to go here in the second half of the game. Here's a layup that's up inside, and that one is good by Alex Condon. And he's going to make the layup. It's now 36-35. So you've seen Florida trying to get a little bit active, just going downhill and just trying to make the defense of Iowa pay. And that's what they've been able to do so far in this second half of play. Hawkeyes looking to try to get a little bit of mojo going back their way. And Kyle Combs, who was underneath the basket, was able to angle it perfectly and get himself a layup to make it now 38-35. 17 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this second half of play. Lee's at the top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll go again from right to left. Lee hands it off and will now pass it as he gets the ball back. And it's going to go to Thomas Howell. That's his first bucket of the day. Howell makes the layup, and a foul was called on Tavion Banks. And Howell's going to go back to the line. And he will shoot one more free throw. 38-35, Howell with 4 points and 2 rebounds today. And the free throw is good to make it 38-36. So they actually waved off the bucket. They will say that the foul was right before the shot. Here's the second foul shot, though, and that's up, and that one is good to make it 38-37.
Excellent.
All right, it's a 1-point lead for Iowa as they look to get the basketball back. Here we go, some good ball movement. Maniawu, Koch, Sturts, and Banks and Combs all out there for Iowa. Here's a three-pointer by Banks. He puts it up and deposits it right into the bank and drops it down. It's a 41-37 game. Banks has been unbelievable today and has just picked up right where he left off from the first half. Down towards the right side of the elbow and giving it back over towards the top of the key. That's going to go all the way over to Condon. Condon back to Lee at the top of the perimeter. Lee to Condon down low over on the baseline, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. And we're going to have some more free throws coming on up in just a few seconds. Condon with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 dimes in this one. 41-37, Iowa leads it by 4 with 16 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in this second half of play. Appreciate you all again for being on here. What's up, Titans Fever? How are you, my friend? What's going on? Very good to see you on here. 16 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in this second half. Condon is at the line, 9 points in this game for him. And the second foul shot, no good. The ball's going to be rebounded by Iowa, and they will again go from left to right. Menyawu with 4 points and 3 fouls in this game. We'll dump it off over towards the near side, and the ball's going to go into the hands of Combs. Combs is now conducting traffic. 10 seconds will be left on the shot clock. Combs goes towards the right. He'll look to zigzag it on a pass over to Koch, and Koch's three-point shot is up and good. How about that pass right there? He was over on the far wing of the three-point line, and then Koch was wide open on that far left corner and knocked down the tray. 44-37, and we have a foul called. And a TV timeout will also be taken as well. So the foul was called on Condon. It's an offensive foul because he budged on in to Cooper Koch. And so we have a timeout taken. 44-37 Hawkeyes. They lead it by 7 points. Oh, boy. Let's go. Seven-point lead for Iowa. 44-37 is the score. Don't forget we got our emotes down below. Make sure that you guys drop those. If you're rooting for Iowa, drop those Iowa emotes. Same thing with Florida as well. Still plenty of time left to go in this game. Iowa is on an 11-6 run against Florida. So it's an 11-6 run to start off the second half. We are now 33 subscribers away from getting to 8,700 subscribers. Titans, what's going on, man? They got some great games today. St. John's walk-off was wild. That sounds good. Yes, sir. Man. I think Iowa pulls the upset, and congrats to you, JJ, for all that you do and how you have grown. You're one of the best partner, and I love you dearly. I really appreciate that, man. That's really nice. That's really, really nice of you to say. That means a lot. That really does. So, thank you for that. 44-37 Hawkeyes. They lead it by 7 points with 15:47 left to go in the second half of this game. It's an 11-6 run by Iowa as they lead it by 5. We got Texas Tech playing later tonight against Alabama. That'll be cool. That game will be at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And it'll also be on TBS as well. UCLA is now going to... They actually pushed back the UCLA-UConn game until 9:05 because the St. John's game got done a little bit late, I believe. I believe that's why. All right, so where's everybody tapping on in from? Let us know down below. Mike is here. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? He says, rough loss from my Hurricanes today. Yeah, I apologize about that, man. I do. That was a rough game for you guys. It really, really was. But I thought that overall, though, you know, like some of these games today, like some of them have been really good, but you know, that was that game right there was a little bit rough. It really was. You guys, Purdue was the better team. They just were. All right, here we go. Iowa trying to take advantage, and they do, as Hawkeyes ends up driving it inside, and he gets the layup to go. It's a 46-37 game, 15 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the second half of play. And so the Gators now have it. It'll be Hangleton who's going to hand it off over to Lee. Lee's at the logo, gives it back over to Condon. Condon's floater is up inside, and that one is good by Condon. 11 points. He is 4 for 9 shooting-wise from the field today. He also has 3 boards and 5 assists as well. Taking it towards the left side is Sturts. Sturts has 6 points, 4 rebounds in this game, and he is shooting 3 for 7 from the field. Starts at the top of the perimeter, looks to cross on over, get past a little pick and roll, and he's going to take it to the baseline, and this baseline jump shot, he'll connect that time. It's a 48-39 lead for Iowa against the Florida Gators. And they will look to try to increase their lead as the pass is going to be stolen away. Terrible pass there by Condon. Fogier has got the steal. Koch gets it over towards the outside as they play hot potato. Koch fires the trigger for 3. Jackpots! Twelve-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Edward is here. What's going on, my friend? What's up, PAS? How you doing, man? Good to see you on here. Let's go. 12-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Very, very good. You need Condon for one more point. Oh, wait, I totally missed that. Hawkeyes are the wild card team, says Mark. What's going on, Mark? How you doing, man? 12-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Again, the name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. We'll be back on tonight. We have another game coming on after this. It'll be Alabama versus Texas Tech. Hopefully you guys will be there to join us. Again, we are now 33 subscribers away from getting to 8,700 subscribers. I want to thank you all again for being on here. I've had a lot of fun doing March Madness. I really have from an overall perspective. It's been a very, very good thing. It's been really cool for the channel, and I've been very appreciative of each and every one of you for being on here. I really have. What else do we got going on, chat? Is there anybody else that I missed that I did not say hi to? Let's guess the game isn't free, says Edward McCoy. The game isn't free? I mean, we just called the game on here. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I just called the game. Cheers, chat. (51-39) Hawkeyes. They lead it by 12 points with 14 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second half of play. How we doing on the likes so far, and how we doing on the views? Let us know, mods, down below. Would really appreciate that. As far as the women's side of the bracket does go for today, let's take a look at that right now. So here are the scores from today. Oklahoma actually is up against Michigan State 31-29. Texas did beat Oregon today 100-58. Michigan won against NC State. The final score was 92-63. LSU did beat Texas Tech 101-47. Williams had 24 points and 7 rebounds. Duke won 69-46 against Baylor. The Tar Heels, they won 74-66. And Minnesota, they were able to take care of business against Ole Miss. 65-63 was the score of that game. So 14 minutes left to go here in this second half of play. And the Gators are going to draw something up. We'll see what they decide to do. Hal's going to give it back, and a three-point shot was up, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor on Cooper Koch. Isaiah Brown is going to sub on in. Ruben Chinyelu is going to sub on in as well. On the inbound pass, a catch-and-shoot three by Hal from the corner. Bullseye! And he will knock that one down. It's 51-42. 9-point lead with 13:43 left to go here in this second half of play. Dribble handoff. And that'll go all the way over to Sturts. 8 points for Sturts. He steps back, lets it fly, puts up a 2. He airballed it. Offensive rebound. They get an extra chance at this. And it'll be Sturts again who delivers it over towards the right side and puts up a 3-point shot. Try to bank it on in. The banks are closed. And it'll be Howe who gets the rebound. Howe driving through traffic, goes down the lane, and he's fouled by Tavion Banks. And he will earn his stripes at the charity stripe. And will go up with 2 free throws. So you saw Bennett Sturts try to bank one in over on that left wing for the Hawkeyes. And then Howe ended up corralling his miss. And then there was a foul called on Tavion Banks as Howe was trying to attempt to go coast to coast. So we got some free throws coming on up. The first one is nothing but nets. And that'll make it 51-43. One more free throw coming on up for Howe. Here it is. It's up. And that one goes down the drain too. Excellent. It's a 7-point lead for Iowa. 51-44. Koch, Sturts, Banks, Combs, and Fulgieris. Down the lane is Banks. Banks will deliver it back over towards the outside. Gives it all the way over to Fulgieris. And they'll reset it again at the top of the key. Banks trying to provide the screen and ending up not using it is Combs, who goes down the lane on the right side of the baseline, puts it up with the left hand, and somehow, someway connects right through traffic. 53-44, spinning around and turning around is Howe, and Howe, does he get called for a travel? No. They will call a foul on Alvaro Fulgieris. The only reason why I asked that was because Howe was running down the lane, and then he sort of stopped his dribble, and he took a couple of pivots, and then just got slacked on, and a reach-in foul was called. So the foul on Fulgieris, and Howe will try to earn 2 free throws at the line. First one, in and out it goes. Just a bit too strong. Thomas Howe putting up 17 points per game this year. He's a junior from New Oxford, Pennsylvania. 6 rebounds as well, and he's shooting 46.5% from the field. And he will make it an 8-point deficit for the Gators.
Excellent.
53-45. Sturts over at the top of the key, conducting the traffic, being the maestro, and I'll dump it off over to Fulgieris again. Fulgieris rolling down the lane, puts up a tough 2, and he's fouled by Chinielu, who swatted him right on the wrist. And we'll have some more free throws. Ruben Chinielu, again, this guy has to be careful. That's now his 4th personal foul of the game. I mean, he just got to. I was figuring why would he swat him right there? And we're going to have some more free throws, and the first one is up, and that one is good. We are now 32 subscribers away from getting to 8,700 subs. And really appreciate you for being on here. And here's second free throw. Here's the second one. It's up, and it's good. It's now a 10-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Florida, again, there's 12 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in this second half of play. Florida's going to give it over to Howe, and Howe dumps it off over to Klavzar. And Klavzar rolls down the lane towards the right side of the baseline, and he is fouled by Alvaro Fulgieris. A lot of fouls in this second half. Fulgieris was right behind and was trailing Klavzar. He sort of lost him through traffic as a nice screen was set by Banks. And we're going to have more foul shots coming on up. The first one is nothing but nets. And it's good by Klavzar. Urban Klavzar from Domžale, Slovenia. In his last game that he played, Urban ended up putting up a total of 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 dimes. And that was against Prairie View. Second foul shot, he'll connect, and it's now 55-47.
Excellent.
Hawkeyes moving the basketball from right to left. Sturts goes down the lane, kicks it back outside. Wide open 3 by Koch. He had a golden opportunity to get a 3-pointer down, wasn't able to do so. Rebounded by Howe. He'll push the tempo, and Fland gets it over towards the right side. Fland to Howe at the top of the key. Howe looks to dump it off, and he's going to get swatted right in the face, and the foul will be called. It'll be on Tavion Banks, who just came back on in not too long ago, and we're going to have a TV timeout taken with 11 minutes and 25 seconds left to be played. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. Where's everybody tapping on in from? Let us know down below. On the go with CeeLo. What's going on, man? Clevy is here. What's up, Clevy? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Very, very good to see you. LP is here. What's up, LP? On the go with CeeLo, my guy. Shout out to you. Again, very, very good to see you on here, my friend. Thank you very, very much. Hopefully you're doing well and having yourself a very fantastic day. Folks, if you are new to my channel, please go subscribe to On The Go with CeeLo. He covers NASCAR. He covers March Madness. He also does the Atlanta Braves. He does Tennessee Volunteers football. And he also does their basketball as well. So you should definitely go check him out. I hope I'm not missing anything. If I am, that's pretty bad. But yes, go check out my guy On The Go with CeeLo. He is awesome. And I really appreciate you, man. I do. Excuse me. It's a 55-47 game. So it's an 8-point lead for the Hawkeyes. They're looking to try to advance on over to the Sweet 16. And we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. So the winner of this game, by the way, winner of this game is going to be taking on the Cornhuskers. Nebraska did win 74-72 yesterday against Vanderbilt. Iowa leads it by 8 against Florida. So the winner's going to play against Nebraska. Now, as far as the other side within that bracket, Illinois plays against Houston. So the winner of those 2 games, whoever wins this game and plays Nebraska, and the Illinois and Houston game, they will meet each other in the Final Four, that is. Actually, sorry, that would then be the Elite 8, that is. So I apologize. That's right. That would be the Elite 8. Where's everybody tapping on in from? Let us know where you guys are tuning on in from down below. We are now 31 subscribers away from getting to 8,700 subs. 11:25 left to be played here in the second half. And we're going to have some free throws coming on up for Alex Condon, who will go on over to the line. Condon will take 2 dribbles, and the first free throw, it's up, and it's good. 12 points for him and 12 points for Howe as well. Howe only had 4 points in the first half. In the second half, he's been very strong. Condon takes 2 dribbles again. He's looking for his 13th point, and he'll get it on that shot.
Excellent.
So it's a 6-point lead for Iowa, who, by the way, is 8 for 11 shooting from the field in this half so far. They go from left to right. Over at the top of the key, that's Koch. Koch will give it back over to Sturts, and Sturts is going to dribble around the timeline. He'll give it over to Combs. Combs goes to the logo as he runs from left to right. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's backed up towards the logo again. Takes it to the top of the key. Puts up a very tough 3, and the ball is going to be airballed, and it'll go on out of bounds. There was 0.6 of a second left to go, and Combs just airballed that shot. Was not able to knock that one down. I think he airballed a free throw as well earlier in the game. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this second half of play. Florida provides excellent ball movement, and just like that, Alex Condon goes down with a flush. The ball just zipped all the way over to Urban Clavzar, and he's like, I'm going to throw down an alley-oop pass to you, my friend. And Condon said, I got you, and was able to throw the touchdown into the basket. 55-51, Florida knocking on the door. Iowa trying to keep its lead. And it's Sturts who runs down the lane, hands it off, and a shot is up by Maniawu, and that's no good. Maniawu could not get that one to fall. It was rebounded by Xavier Lee. Lee hands it off over to Howe, who goes towards the right side of the baseline. The shot's up. It's no good. The ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Gators basketball. They will still keep the possession alive. 55-51 is the score between Iowa and also Florida. Here is Lee for a 3 on a step back. Not that time. And the rebound is going to go over to Koch. Not able to get off that 3 there. Hawkeyes will set up their offense. Kyo Combs hands it off over to Cooper Koch, and they swing it back towards the top of the key. Isaiah Howard gets it, and we'll have a whistle as a foul is issued on Xavier Lee. And the clock will stop with exactly 9:36 left to go. My guy is here. I said it's great to be a Georgia Bulldog. What's up, Jake? How you doing, man? How are you doing? All right, 55-51. Hawkeyes again going down the lane, and they'll have Sturts go up for a 2. No. On the second try, though, that's Maniawu, and he puts it up and lays it on in. Cam Maniawu with a big-time layup. Here we go at the top of the key. It's Condon. Condon looks to give it back over to Lee. Lee's going to throw it away. It's intercepted as Mignot had it. And then as he was running down the lane, got the ball swatted away. And he lost the ball. And it will go on out of bounds. And it will be a turnover on the Hawkeyes. Urban Clavzar will sub on in for Florida. And Isaiah Brown is going to take a quick breather as well. With 9:06 left to be played, it's a 6-point lead for the Hawkeyes against the Florida Gators. 9:06 left to go, and the ball's now going to be picked up and taken by Lee himself. Lee dumps it off over to Fland. Fland gives it over to Condon. Condon with a pass to Brown. Brown is trapped, and they will zip it all the way again back over to Condon, who parts the Red Sea, lays it up and on in, and now it's a 57-53 ball game. Condon now with 17 points. He is 6 for 11 shooting-wise in this game with 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Florida has to play defense here. Iowa is going to throw it downhill. The ball is swatted away as Boogie Fland gets a block. Condon got the rebound. Lee on the outside. His tray. It's good. Xavier Lee from way downtown. Able to put it up and on down the drain it goes. And time is going to be called by Ben McCollum. He wants to regroup everybody, and that's what he'll do during this timeout. Let's go. Lee is possibly the weakest point guard in the tourney. Maybe he heard you. Because he just knocked down a 3. He may have heard that. What's going on? How we feeling, chat? We are now 31 subscribers away from getting to 8,700 subs. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Thank you all again so much for being on here. I really, really appreciate you all very, very much. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Let's go. Very, very nice. LP says right. Who knows? Who knows, man? You never know. 57-56. Iowa is up by a point with 8:16 left to go in the second half of play. Oh, man, oh man. That was good. I'm excited for this Texas Tech game tonight. That should be a good one. And the UCLA versus UConn game. That'll be good too. Uncommon Truths Hammond is here. He says Gators getting chomped. And again, folks, if you guys do want to become a member, we do have the Gators. I mean, like, we do have the Gator emotes. We also have the Hawkeyes emotes as well. We got some really cool stuff. You should definitely go check it out. Mods, if you guys want, or members, if you guys want to drop some of the emotes down below, I would really appreciate that. Show everybody what we have. We're also going to make sure that we update our emotes for tonight's game between Alabama and Texas Tech, so you guys can show your spirit for that game too. Florida is 5 for 15 from downtown. Iowa is 4 for 17 shooting-wise from 3. They've actually out-rebounded Florida 23-20 so far in this game. Dallas is here. What's up, Dallas? How are you? Uncommon says easily could and should have over 100 likes on the stream. It's for sure deserved. Smash that like button. I really appreciate that, man. I really do. 8:10 left to go here in the second half of play. Sturts has it. Looks to hand it off over towards the near side. Gives it over to Koch. Koch back over to Sturts. They play a little game of catch. Sturts dribbles around the screen. 8 seconds are left on the shot clock, though. He gets backed up to the top of the key again. Tries to go for the layup inside as he swivels past the defense, and the layup is no good, but he's fouled in the act of shooting, and he will be fouled by Boogie Fland. He got slapped on that right hand of his, and he will head on over to the charity stripe and put up a couple of free throws. Man, oh man. Foul shot number 1 is no good by Bennett Sturts. And Sturts will have to be at the line for one more. Dallas is here. PAS is here. The referee is biased. Can't even call a foul for Iowa, says MN Cyclone. What's going on? How you doing? All right, it's a 58-56 game. Good basketball moving by the Gators. The ball is zigzagged and pinballed all the way over to Howe. Howe gives it over to Brown in the dunker spot, and Brown throws it down. It's a 58-58 game as Florida ties it back. Iowa looking to get some separation as we are tied up and knotted up at 58 apiece. 7:15 to go. Starts, catches, puts up a 3, and it's no good. The rebound goes to Lee. He's been cold in this second half here. Lee will deliver it, and he'll give it over to Condon, who's wide open in the dunker spot. And just like that, Florida gets the lead back. 60-58 with 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the second half of play. The ball is spun around. Here's a wide open 3, and that one is good. Cooper Koch able to get the beautiful 3 as Bennett Sturts just knew that he was wide open towards his right side. It's now 61-60, and a timeout's going to be taken with 6:44 left to go. Excellent basketball on both ends. And now we're starting to cook. 29 points for Florida and 28 for Iowa in this second half of play. Ken is here. What's going on, Ken? Dallas, big shout out to you. Appreciate you for being on here. 31 more subs till we get to 8,700 subscribers. Unbelievable. Excellent ball movement, too, for those Hawkeyes. Cooper Koch just was just caught lightning in the bottle, and he put up a three and was able to sizzle it on through and grill it down the drain. Oh, man. JJ, it's my niece's birthday. Happy birthday to your niece. Oh, that's so awesome. 61-60 with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the second half. Here's Lee giving it back over to the top of the key, letting it fly, knocking it down is Hal. And Hal is able to give Florida the lead back as we ride the seesaw. 63-61, 6 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the second half of play. A little game of catch that goes on between Koch and Sturtz. And Sturtz is now at the logo. Sturtz gives it back over to Combs. They play hot potato. Combs gives it downhill, and it was supposed to go over to Koch's way, and he is fouled. He got pushed and shoved by Isaiah Brown right on in the dunker spot. We got a $5 super chat by Brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show. Thank you very, very much. St. John's are literally unbelievable, and I don't know why I did choose Kansas. Now I'm bugging. But thank goodness for St. John's as a Fordham fan. Thank you so much, man. The ball is inbounded. It goes over to Sturtz way. Sturtz being guarded heavily by Clavazar. Sturtz tries to get some breathing room, puts up a big-time tray, and he missed it. I thought maybe it was going to go down. It did not. Lee got the rebound. Lee's now being double-teamed. He'll zigzag across the lane. Excellent pass that goes into the hands. It was actually almost stolen. I thought that it was going to go into the breadbasket of Brown there. And Brown gave it up over to Condon. Con with a handoff over to Howe, and Howe's layup is up and in. This guy was so cold in the first half. Did not make one field goal. And all of a sudden now, he's been red hot. He's on fire. He's 3 for 8 shooting wise from the field. 65-61 with 5:15 left to go in this second half of play. On the drive is going to be Sturtz, and Sturtz is fouled. He got absolutely clobbered in the paint, and we will have some more free throws coming on up. And he will go to the line. It was Xavier Lee who fouled him. Thank you again for the $5 super chat, my friend, Brother BKL. And by the way, shout out to your niece, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to your niece, and of course, Long Ball, happy birthday to Boogie as well. I'm eating cake now, Dallas. My son turned 11 today. Happy birthday to your niece, dude. That is, man, shout out to Boogie, man. 65-62, Florida is up by 3. Iowa with another free throw. It's up, and it's good by Sturtz. It's a 2-point lead for the Gators. Florida has made their last 6 field goals over the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Fland is back out there. Dumps it off over to Howe. Howe has to poke it away, and he'll give it back over at the top of the key as it goes into the hands of Lee. Lee works around the screen. That's to swivel it around over to Howe. Howe back to Lee. Lee wants to dance. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Almost lost his dribble. Has to give it to Howe. Howe for a player. No good. And it was just near as the shot clock was expiring. He airballed it, and the ball went into the hands of Iowa. It was Bennett Sturtz who got the rebound. Sturtz has been very active in this game. In this one, 11 points and 5 rebounds and 4 assists as well. Sturtz, he wants to dance. He'll try to get a screen, and now he gets a mismatch on him, but he's not going to use it. He'll pass it away over towards the way of Koch. Koch with the shot clock winding down. That's a step back. He takes a 3, and he knocks it down. Koch is 4 for 7 shooting-wise in this game. He does have 3 fouls, but he also has 2 rebounds and 1 assist as well. 66-65, Florida down by 1. The ball is dribbled on out of bounds. Hall did touch it last. And Sturts did an excellent job getting a body on him as the ball went over towards the far sideline. And Sturts just did an excellent job there as just went on out of bounds and actually hit the referee too. Gosh. 66-65, and we're going to have a timeout taken with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. All right, chat. This has been a great game. It's been a better second half, that's for sure. Florida's staying in it. They are. The Gators are staying alive. And the Hawkeyes not going down just yet. Yes, sir. All right. 8,669 subs. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Thank you all again so much for being on here. It really, really means the world to me. You guys are the best. Shout out to each and every one of you. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Arizona is up 33-24 at halftime. They are taking on USU, and so the Aggies do trail by 9. The other game that's on right now is the UCLA-UConn game. It's 4-0 Bruins against the Huskies. Just wanted to make sure that I threw that out there as well. Oh, boy. What a game it's been between these two teams, 66-65. There's a challenge. A challenge from Iowa. The call is going to be overturned as Ben McCollum will win a challenge. Iowa is going to get its timeout back, and Thomas Howell gets called for a turnover. There was no foul. Instead, Hall did turn the ball over, and he lost it on his left knee, and the ball ended up going on out of bounds. Are we doing the next game after this one? We have another stream coming up after this. Yes, we do. I did not do a redirect to this, redirect to the next stream, did I? I don't think I did. So while we're on this conversation, let's actually try to do that right now. Let's put a redirect into the next stream, shall we? We got 49 likes. 98% of you have hit that thumbs up button, and we really appreciate that. We do. You guys are the best. We did not put a redirect in for that one. Thanks for reminding me. And now we're going to do it. All right, Iowa's going to inbound it. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to go here in this second half of play. The lineup for Iowa, it's Maniawu, it's Koch, it's Sturts, Banks, and Sage. Delivering it from Sage over to Sturts, that was Koch. Here we go, Sturts at the top of the key, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He wants to isolate, he wants to put up a three, in and out it goes. And as the ball is going to be tapped on out of bounds, there was a little bit of some pushing and shoving downhill. They did not call a foul there. It'll be Iowa offensive rebound. I can't necessarily understand what happened because Fland was boxing out. He was boxing out Maniawu. Sort of looked like that they both got tangled up there. And they will call a foul. That was a late foul called against Fland. Maniawu's at the line. It's a 1-on-1 situation, and that shot's no good. However, the referee is going to make another signal here, and they'll call a foul on Tavion Banks. And I believe we're going to walk the floor here, and we'll have some more foul shots coming on up. We are. Condon is at the line. He has 19 points. Howe with 17. And Lee with 15. Lee has been very cold ever since the start of the second half. Free throw number 1. In and out it goes. Offensive rebound. And another foul will be called. Foul was on Cam Maniawu on the box out there against Howe. Just for elbowing him right into the stomach and making a little bit of physical contact with him. This is another 1-on-1 situation, and the first free throw by Howe is going to go down the drain. The junior from New Oxford, PA, is 6 feet 9 inches tall. He's also 215 pounds. Over his last 3 games, he's put up a total of 46 points in a total of about 80 minutes of play. Second foul shot, that one will fall. It's now 67-66. Florida's up by 1.
Excellent.
5 ties, 8 lead changes so far in this game. Hal gives it back over towards the top of the key, or Koch that is, over to Sturts. Sturts steps back, launches another 3. He chucked it up. It's no good. And a rebound by Banks, but another foul will be called. It'll be on Condon. Man, these fouls have definitely slowed the game up. Condon was trying to box his defender out and then just sort of touched him on that left wrist. And we're going to have more free throws coming on up for Tavion Banks, who's an 81.5% foul shooter. Takes 2 dribbles, rotates the ball. The free throw is no good. And Howe comes away with rebound number 6. We are tied 66. It is a 67-66 ball game. Florida is up by 1. Howe gets it downhill. And there's a shot that goes up by Alex Condon, and it's good to make it 69-66 Florida. And we got a timeout taken with 2:42 left to go. This has been quite a nice game so far. Hit that thumbs up button. And hit that subscribe button as well. All right. There we go. Very, very nice. Folks, the name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Brantley is here. What's up, Brantley? How you doing, man? Wishing the best for mom and newborns, says LP. Oh, Lou says I have 2 nieces. One is 4 and the other is almost 3. And my sister is due with baby number 3 on April 20th of all days. On April 20th. What's April 20th? 69-66. It's a 3-point lead for Florida with 2.5 minutes left to go here in the second half here. Iowa's going to get the ball downhill over on the block. And a handoff pass that goes all the way over towards the near side. And it'll be Hawkeyes who goes down again on the block, looking to posterize his defender, finds a cutting man to the basket. It's Banks, and a beautiful bounce pass to Banks, and he throws it down. But yeah, prayers. Yes. 69-68 with 2 minutes left to go in the second half of this game. Layup is up, and the layup is good. That's Xavier Lee. 71-68. Iowa's down by 3 points. Both teams have 30 points in the paint so far, and it'll be Hawkeyes trying to posterize Condon over on the baseline. He'll conduct the offense, finds a cutting man over to the basket, but the ball gets stolen away by Florida. Oh, that was a bad turnover. Condon was just able to snag the ball out of Hawkeyes' hands. And it's now 1:27 left to go here in this second half of play. 1:20 left to go. And it's going to be Fland who gets it at the top of the key. Fland being guarded by Sturts, that is. Fland goes down the lane, goes up with a shot, and it's going to go on out of bounds. They will say that Thomas Howe, I believe, touched it last. $1:10 left to go in this second half of play. 420 is National Pot Smoking Day, JJ. Oh, I didn't know that. Iowa is going to challenge this. We've been lucky this year with great games. Some years the first weekend is a dud, not this year. We've been lucky in March, man. We've gotten some really good hockey, with the Olympics. We've gotten great World Baseball Classic games. And we've gotten some really good March Madness games. Like, when you really think about it, we really are lucky. When you just look at the whole thing in perspective. That's the truth. Like, not even just looking at it from a March Madness perspective, like, we've been really treated to some really awesome, and I mean awesome, sporting events. 71-68, and this is going to be a big call here. I think they're looking to see if Fland touched it last, or if that was off of Coke instead. WBC was great too, yep. And the Olympics. The Hockey Olympics were awesome as well. I still count that as recent stuff, so. Iowa's challenging this. 3.5 seconds are left on the shot clock. The call in the court is that it is Florida ball. Time is 9:24. This game was supposed to start at 9:45. Definitely going to get pushed back, and it is to 9:55 now. Texas Tech will play Alabama then. Mike says, when I was in high school, me and my friends smoked a whole ounce of weed. We were on a different planet. Thanks so much, Jake. I appreciate you, man. Call in the court is Florida ball. And let's see what the call is going to be as Iowa challenged it. Iowa is going to get their challenge retained as the call is overturned. Boogie Fland did have a bad pass. And it'll be 71-68 as Iowa has it now with 1:05 left to go in this game. Sturts at the top of the key, driving it down the lane, puts up a right-handed floater inside. That one's good. That'll make it 71-70. Iowa's down by a point. 52 seconds left to go in this game. Lee has the ball. Lee is going to hand it off and give it over to Condon. Condon looking to go over towards the basket. Lost it for a second. Has to pick it back up. And he does. And they'll hand it off over to Howe. Howe, turnaround, three-point shot is up. It's no good. And the ball's going to go on out of bounds. It'll still be Florida basketball. It'll still be Gators ball with 4.7 seconds left on the shot clock. That was an excellent play there for the man to just get it as he was off balance. He just threw it right on over towards the legs. Howe, catch and shoot three-pointer. That's no good. And a rebound that's taken away by Koch. 24 seconds left to go. Iowa's down by 1 against Florida. And this is for a trip to the Sweet 16. It's on the line. Sturtz rolling down the lane. 13 seconds to go. Sturtz's layup hits up. It's no good. It gets tipped around 5 times. A Gator's going to catch it, and we got a foul called on Kyle Combs. Isaiah Brown caught the board, and we're going to walk the floor and shoot some free throws. 71-70. Iowa still has a timeout left. Just wanted to make sure that we mentioned that. (71-70). Isaiah Brown has not shot a free throw tonight. He takes a dribble here, and the first one is off the mark. It hit the front of the rim, then it hit the right side of the rim, and then it hit no rim at all. 8.9 seconds left to go. There's still obviously plenty of time here. 71-70. Brown stares at the rim, takes a couple of dribbles, and launches the next foul shot, and that's good. 72-70. Timeout taken by Iowa. Florida actually burned a timeout. Florida burned a timeout. 72-70. All right, 31 more subscribers for us to get to 8,700. Next game will start at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, let's go. 72-70. Gators are up by 2 against the Hawkeyes. Sturtz is 13. Banks is 20. Koch has 12. Shout yourself out down below. And again, brother BKL Sports Entertainment, thank you again for the $5 super chat. Iowa still has 1 timeout left. Florida has none. Sturtz with 13 points. He's 0 for 9, though, from three-point range. Banks is 20. Koch is 12. Hawkeyes has 11. And Maniawu has 6. It'll be a full court inbound here for Iowa. And it'll be Sturtz inbound in the basketball. And he's going to give it up over towards the near side. Sturtz will get it back, hands it off, and fires it over to Hawkeyes for a three-point shot. That's good! Hawkeyes from the near corner, 73-72, and 3.9 seconds left to go. So Sturtz inbounded the ball, gave it over to Koch, and then Koch handed it back off over to Sturtz. And somehow, someway, Hawkeyes was not the focal point of attention on that near corner, and he got an excellent pass into the breadbasket, and he fired it up and knocked it on down. Just held his stroke, held his pose, and knew that it was good as gold. Alvaro Hawkeyes from 22 feet, able to knock down the tray. It's 73-72. Hawkeyes are 4 seconds away from moving on to the Sweet 16. The Florida Gators, they have their backs against the wall, but obviously this game's not done yet. 4.5 seconds left in this second half of play. Gators down by 1. That was an excellent play. Really, what an awesome bounce pass from Sturts all the way to Hawkeyes towards that far corner. Okay, Florida is going to inbound it here, and it'll be another full court inbound up. But before that, we have a timeout taken, and that'll be by Iowa. That is their final timeout. That was a ridiculous shot. Holy smokes. Bienvenido. Thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. 73-72. Hawkeyes up by 1 against the Gators. Wow. Texas is going to get started now at 10 o'clock. They just keep pushing the game back. It's now a 10 o'clock start time against Alabama. .5 seconds are left to go. Iowa trying to hang on here. Florida trying to move on. It all comes down to this. Inbounding the ball is going to be Condon, and it'll be a full court inbound here. Condon is going to inbound it over to Lee. The clock will start. Lee gets it over towards the top of the key, goes down the lane, zips it all the way over towards the left side, and that is no good. The pass was just a little bit late. Time expired, and Iowa's moving on to the Sweet 16. Lee got the ball, and as he got towards the top of the key, went towards his right side, drove it towards the baseline, and he passed the ball. And I don't know if he knew how much time was left or what the case was. It was really good defense, but a little bit surprised that he didn't take a shot there. But nonetheless, Iowa is moving on in the dance. He tried to hand it off, and it was supposed to go to Howe. And Howe was being definitely covered. He was. Howe was being covered, and Lee obviously really upset about that, but Howe was blitzed. And Howe just fell on his belly, and he's really upset. But how about those Iowa Hawkeyes? They are moving on to the next round, and the Hawkeyes are going on to the Sweet 16. Unbelievable. That's unreal. What a game. Alvaro Hawkeyes with that clutch three-pointer to give the Hawkeyes the lead. Unbelievable. They will play against Nebraska for a chance to possibly go to the Elite Eight, man. That is unbelievable. It's 9:36 p.m. Eastern Time. We got to get ready for our next stream, which will begin at 10 o'clock. You don't even have to go anywhere, chat. We will be on for that Texas Tech game as they take on Alabama. I love you all very, very much. That was quite a finish, man. I really appreciate that. Bad play by Lee. I don't know what he was thinking, man. FS, what's going on, FS? How are you doing, man? This is madness, baby, dude. That was awesome, man. All right. Unbelievable. I can't. I still am bothered, or still can't understand why he made that play there. That was a big head scratcher, but nonetheless, excellent job by the Hawkeyes. They took advantage. They made the shots when they mattered the most, and when Florida made it interesting, they kept their foot on the gas pedal. They really did, and that's why they are moving on to the Sweet 16 to play against the Cornhuskers. So with that, we're going to sign off. All right, we will start our next stream in about 3 minutes or so. And then we got a 10 o'clock game. I love you all. Lila Tov. Good night. I'll see you all soon. Don't go anywhere.